Hey there, everybody. How are we on today? Welcome back, welcome back. It is Wednesday once again, and yep, we're on PV Rivers Remastered by Mr. Dajnes. How's it going there, Dead Soul? Rusty Nail, Farmer Marks, Green Thumb Farmer, Farmer Dad, welcoming and everybody else out there. I'll say thank you very much, Green Thumb Farmer, for the 10 stream streaks. Like, what the heck happened there? It's crazy. Anyway. Ooh, lag. Little bit of lag there. Jeez. So, yeah, like I said, yeah, we are back on Rivers. We're doing a bit of field work today. So, I got one hired helper going through some ploughing. And obviously, I've made a start on some seeding today. And there is Mr. Shawnee with Mega Fast. How you doing, Mr. Shawnee, and everybody else out there today? And let's see if my little button box is going to behave today. It is. So there is a shout out for Mr. Farmer Marks. And oh cripes, I just realised I haven't got the other one set up yet. Haha! Hang on, this is not fair. Oh, I just realised I haven't got my phone on either. Mr. Green Thumb, thank you very much for that fart as well. Did it give the shout out? I don't know. Shout out. I do not see the link there. That's very weird. I think Twitch is having a funny 5 minutes at the moment. I don't know. What fun, hey guys, what fun indeed. Right, there we go. Now that's locked off, that's cool. I can actually do something. There we go. It's coming back into my stream on my phone. Hey, Dead Soul over on YouTube. Right, let's try. Oh, I wonder, is it turned on in Cloudbot? So Cloudbot is on. Well, that's weird. Why did that not do the shout out properly then? Let's try this again. Exclamation shout out. Farmer. Oh, my phone's having a 55 minutes too. Farmer. Underscore Marks. Let's see. Is it going to behave? Nope. And my sound is having a funny 5 minutes. Oh, goody gumdrops. Let's turn you off. Turn you back on. Let's turn that on as well. Oh, okay, I see. Interesting. Come on, stay on. There we go. Let's try it again. Shout out. Exclamation mark. Farmer Marks. There we go. Got it. That was weird. Cloudbot was having a funny 5 minutes. And then there's that. Ooh. Hey, Pac-Man. How you doing, buddy? Sorry for the caps. Let's see. Hey, Mamadou, Coffee Man, everybody else coming in. Oh, not a lot's really going on. I'm just trying to fix things. It's terrible. But while we're at it, we'll give Miss Mamadou a shout out. Mr. Coffee Man. I think that's it for the moment, anyway. And, oh, helps if I'm in the game. There we go. Dang it. Oh, yeah. I'm just doing a couple of quick headlines, by the way, if you guys hadn't realised. I've done one already, but it seems to be not quite enough space when turning around. So I'm just going to do a second one on top here, and then just let it go up and down, up and down, up and down. Hey, Phyllis, how you doing? Welcome in, buddy. Right, let's see if we can get this going. But yeah, so actually, there is something I've got to show off in a little while. But I kind of want a few more people in chat, really, and lurking out there. Hey, PJ, how you doing? Let's see. See if I can behave. But yes. That's okay, so that's not bad. It's only a little bit needed anyway. And Shawnee, thank you very much for the 5 stream streak, I should say. But yes, finished. How you doing, buddy? You're very welcome there, Coffee Man. And oh, there we go. Funny, my computer's having a slow moment in a minute. There we go. So there's a shout out for PJ as well. And as I don't have him actually set up on my little button box properly, we will give Mr. Green Thumb a shout out in just a second. Come on, turn around, turn around, turn around. There we go. Lock that off, and that's fine. You're very, very welcome. Right, so exclamation mark, shout out, GRN Thumb Farmer. There we go, cool. Okay, so while this is going, well, it's not going to because it's going to stop in just a minute. So, for any of you guys who weren't aware, Mr. T. Miller has put out a new factory in the last 24 hours. I don't know if you guys have actually seen it. It is available on his Trello. Hey, Farmer Mark's over on YouTube. How you doing, buddy? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy his link to his Trello, and I'll be showing this in just a sec. So let's pin that to chat. We'll remove that manually later on when finished. There's that, and I'll pop it in YouTube as well. And we'll pin the message there. So, what exactly are we going to be showing? That's the thing. So, let me stop this right here and jump out. So I'm going to actually tab over this just down the road. I've actually got it placed down already. Obviously, I know Farmer Marks knows about this. He was showing it off actually earlier today, last night for him. Right then, let me come over here. So, oh hello. So obviously it's not that one. That's the Filipino Food Factory. But it's the little dude right next door. It's not so little actually. So yeah, I decided to get them both down. So I've put them down by Heartland Bread. So obviously that's a Filipino factory. You can get it on Team Miller's Trello as well as in the mod pack as well, by the way. It's this guy right here. So Mr. Miller has been busy creating a pie factory. Bless him. So yeah, it's a kind of a nice little building. He's done a little bit of retexturing, stuff like that. Obviously, there's a nice little plaque there. It's a little bit fuzzy to read actually, still. I thought I was going to try and make it a little bit easier, but it's just something a little bit about the Pie Factory company itself. Obviously, this is based off of a real life company in Texas. So with this, obviously around the back here is where you unload your products. And then down the side here is where you pick up your pallets. You're very welcome there, Green Thumb. How you doing, buddy? Yeah, so what? Yeah, so obviously it's a pie factory, and he's got floating lights. Yeah, he's got to do a little bit of tweaks, I think, still to it, but it's fine. So what does the August Pie Factory, or whatever you want to pronounce it, do? So let's have a look. I haven't even looked myself. So we've got apple pies, apricot pies, cherry pies, chocolate pies, coconut pies, peach pie, and pineapple pies. So what you're going to need for this? So we have apples, apricots, brown sugar, butter, cherries, cocoa powder, coconut, eggs, flour, milk, peach, pineapple, salt, sugar, water, yeast. And yeah, from that also you'll then get all your different pie fillings. So I've literally only put this down a little while ago. It hasn't even had time to tick over the hour, so hence why it's still empty. So, but yeah, this is his new factory for you guys to try out. I just hope that you're not going to need to put even more orchards down. It's good. I'm kind of thinking I'm going to need to put maybe one or two more down. Oh, myself. But yeah, obviously this is available on his Trello. Any issues? Obviously make sure to contact Mr. T. Miller, not me. Uh, so yeah, I know Mr. Farmer Max has been playing around with it last night, testing the pallets and stuff like that. And overall, it's not looking too bad. The only thing I would probably say is maybe he needs to look at some of the little bits and pieces, the decorations and stuff that are on here. Ooh, I never noticed that. And the window's got a bit of a gap. Have pointed that out to him later. Yes, you can throw pies in the game now, Wolf Design. Yes, you can. So it's not bad. He's done a pretty good job of it. So yeah. The only thing is, obviously, where he stretched the size of the building, some things are a little distorted now that I'm seeing it actually in the game. So it's an easy fix, to be honest, but if you don't look at it, you'll be fine. But yeah, so this is down, just waiting on the products to be brought over. Obviously that is inside the building itself. And it kind of makes me wonder what else could be lurking inside the building that should be on the outside. Oh well. But yes, Mr. Miller, he's still learning, bless him. But yeah, those windows aren't lining up quite right as well, so I'll point out when he comes in later on. So, but yeah, apart from that, it is ready to rock and roll. It's only little visual bugs. He did get the smoke working as well, bless him. So actually, I had to jump in and Discord with him last night, bless him. He was having some difficulties in the editor, but we got there. Hey, Tim over on YouTube, how you doing, buddy? Welcome in. But yes, so that's about it really for the minute. Can't really say much about it, but yeah, go grab it, get it placed down, get it running, guys. See how you get on. Ah, yes. Good old Filipino factory. I recognise that. The only problem is I'm going to have to run up the hill now, ain't I? Yep. But yeah, now we've shown that off, I can get back to work. But yeah, I'll show it off later if anybody wants to see it. Hopefully, once I tick past midday in game, that should start filling up, and I can see whether or not I need to get more orchards going. That's up towards the main farm. Actually, this is an area I'm still working on. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get up here because of the... Oh, no, I'm going to have to go around the other side. Yes, I added all the trees at the top there as well. So, let's bugger it. This super speed. There you go. So this makes life a little bit easier. So I actually went through a couple of weeks ago and redid this whole area. Obviously, when I leveled this area up here to increase the size of the field, I had to redo this whole road as well. But yeah, I added in the trees as a nice little barrier, which is quite nice. But the aim is, actually I should really go into flight mode rather than that to show this. So my aim is, so obviously there's the central farm. So I've got these two fields here. I want to basically merge them all together and then extend it right out to almost the tree line there. So I've got two nice sized fields here. Obviously the aim is obviously next year this field here will be planted with the sugarcane, and then this field here will be whatever gets planted in it. So yeah, but yeah, it took a fair while to get that flattened correctly and smoothed off and such. So yeah, I kind of added some trees here. I just wanted to sort of try and hide it. I need to bring it down a little bit further, but yeah, it's getting there. But yeah, obviously doing that, plus obviously doing the mountain, getting rid of the whole mountain down here. It was a task and a half, that's for sure, for both of them. Obviously, for most of you guys right here, you got that big mountain, and you got the farm down here. Obviously, like I said, over the weekend, I cleared the whole thing, created this nice field down here. Obviously, last night I was going through, adding in some trees and such, and actually, while I'm over here, I'm kind of debating whether I want to bring this field up a little bit more or just put another tree line in there. But I'm probably going to be putting I was actually thinking of putting poplar back into it. Not quite sure yet. Do you need 5 more? I hope not. But yeah, this is what I was working on yesterday, actually, this area here. So I've basically got rid of every little building that was along this edge here. Painted it all with grass. Obviously, I've added a nice little road going in and around. Papa 55 can, thank you very much for the 1100 biddies. Wow! Holy smokes! Thank you, thank you, thank you! Wow, you're a superstar. You really, really are, and you even get a little bit of fishing as well. while you're at it. So yeah, obviously one of the things I wanted is at least a dedicated farm just for doing the rice. So this is what I'm going to be working out of here. So I've kept the 6 greenhouses for the rice saplings to grow into. Obviously I've got them all set to distribute, and obviously some are going to be going to the logistics centre, but the aim is to have them storing in my new little shed here that I literally created like yesterday. You might recognise the little shed. This is the same one that was used on the... Is it the hops? Orchards? Yeah, the hops I think it was, wasn't it? That I did it on. So I've literally taken that and changed it a little bit. I'm going to be moving the unload trigger because obviously at the front here it's annoying when you're trying to load up your trailer at the front here. It keeps going back in. So I might move it around to the side for unloading. But yeah, the aim is to have on-hand sapling pallets ready to rock and roll. So yeah, still playing with it, but it looks kind of good. Oh, jeez, it's kind of nice. Obviously, one thing I could do is just have it loading the trailer at the back if I needed to. But yeah, the aim is just to drive in here with the planter, pick them up, and then go off and do the job. Obviously, I bought a nice Dutzva for doing my other bits and bobs around here. Oh, come on, there we go. But obviously I've got a decent sized shed, so there's plenty of space in here. I've got my harvester in here, the planter in here. Obviously I do need to get a combine over here at some point for doing the long grain rice, a planter, stuff like that. But right now it's fine for what it's doing. So, oh, let me out, let me out, let me out. There we go. But yeah, I've got all this area here as well that I could always utilise at some other point. But yeah, you got 10k badge, Papa. Thank you very much and congratulations. I think you're the first person to get it. But yeah, well done, well done, well done. So yeah, this is still a bit of a work in progress. Thinking about a few different things to add in at some point. Obviously, seed maker, maybe. But right now, that is where I'm at. So I've got my 2 rice fields that I did the other day, which is quite nice. Good size. They come all the way out to the road now. I did end up deleting all of the grapes that was up here, and I've actually now got all of the ones down on the island harvested. I literally filled up the grape processing. I filled that right, and I still had some left over for the wine as well, so I'm pretty happy with the amount that I got off of the grapes. And that's with very little working, to be honest. But yes, definitely a good size. I need to get lime on this field at some point, but right now I need to get my dude working. Oh, one other thing is with this field here. Let me go back up a sec. So this field, the plan is once these are harvested, I'm going to be deleting them as well. Then I'm going to expand this field right up to this road almost. Maybe a little bit of a gap between the road and the field itself. So yeah, definitely progressing quite well. Enjoying it. But anywho, right then. Yeah, this field as well, once it is harvested, the cotton field is going to be coming out just a little bit more, just to take that bit of grass away. So, little jobs here, little jobs there to get done. I do need to get the plough, where the heck is he? Onto the next field. And oh yeah, I forgot those bales. I'll leave it for the minute. I'll get them later. But yeah, I'm slowly adding in like tree line as well along here, and hopefully at some point I will get in and add a underlayer as I'm calling it. So yeah. Oh, that's weird. Basically what I'm doing is I'm doing the main trees, and then I'm just going in with one of the lower trees, as it were. It's like something like this, for example, the service brie, and I'm just sort of putting that underneath to kind of make a bit of a curtain, as it were. And it seems to be working quite well in places, but yes. Joy fun, but yeah. Need to get all of my fields sorted out, so let's come over here. We're just going to fall down. I did get my red beet field over there harvested, which is quite nice. Actually, let me turn them off while I'm yakking away. I do have another field which should be ready, I think it's next month, so I'm going to have to wait on that for the minute. And it was super speed one, there we go. What you did with the landscape in the mountain around the main farm? Yes! Isn't that fun? Obviously, yeah, obviously the whole aim is to try and create more field area. That's my aim anyway. With that, I'll be able to then hopefully run the factories a lot longer than I currently am. Some factories shut down very, very quickly. So the more crops I can get, the better. And hey, David W, by the way, over on YouTube. How you doing, buddy? So yes, fun, 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 fun. Right, I need to make sure that I'm on the right line so I can turn around. So yes, I am on -3. Good. So let's set this to also turn, and you should be good to just go up and down, up and down, up and down. And while that is working, I am going to go back through Twitch chat and see if I missed anything. So that's there, that's there. Da, 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 da. You need at least 5 more. Oh man. What have I got? I think I've got 2 of the orchards down at the minute, Farmer Mark, so I'll see how they do. And if I need more, then I'm going to have to add more somewhere. I suppose I could put in a couple of orchards, maybe just next to the Filipino food factory, possibly. So yeah. For some reason, my sub is not updating. Still shows click to continue sub. I know Twitch has been doing a lot of updates lately to the programming and stuff. I was actually lurking in someone's stream earlier and they mentioned about it. So it's probably something to do with that. Obviously, the only thing I can suggest if you do want to resub is to just keep trying when you can, really. So, but yeah, much appreciated. Thank you. 97, nice one there, Farmer Marks, by the way. 97.28, good shot, very, very good shot. But yeah, it's very, I don't know what's like where all you guys are, but today in the UK, we were actually hitting mid-20, so 25, 26, 27 in places. It is killing us. I'm not used to it at the minute. Obviously, give it a few more weeks, if this weather stays, it'll be fine. But literally going from, I don't know what, quite cozy to really hot is not good. I don't know how some of you guys over in like Canada or in America, where you have cold 1 minute, hot the next, is like, yeah, crazy. I don't know how you do it. I really don't know. Well, yes, hopefully Mr. T Miller will be able to jump in at some point. I know he was really cracking on with it last night, bless him. There we go. But yeah, I'm just going to go up and down, up and down, up and down. So apart from that, the only other things I do need to get done, hopefully today, is one, I do need to get in and get some trees cut. I still haven't done that. It's like terrible. If I can get, at least like I said the other day, a load into both of my sawmills and the paper factory, I'll be happy. Obviously, I do have all of these trees I can attack. So yeah, I really need to do that at some point, but I also need to get in and do some planting. I do still have this field here to get cut as well. So yeah. But apart from that, the only other thing that I have done since the last streaming is I did go in and I actually replaced the preserve factory. So for anyone who noticed previously, when I moved it, I must have dropped it down or something, which prevented me from unloading into it with a tipper or any type of trailers, to be honest. So I actually copied my placeable XML, put it onto my desktop, basically sold the one I had, put down a fresh one. This is literally only an hour or so old in game, not even that. And then I actually copied the information from my old preserve into this one, and it's kicked in straight away. It's kind of nice. So I haven't lost any products, which is very, very nice. And it's now up and running properly, and I don't have to worry about cheating with any funky silos. But yeah. Yeah, that's kind of weird. It's going to be coming around here, sort of thing. So, yeah, that's going to be good sized field for definite. Yes. And one thing I will say, it was very nice seeing Mr. Darius Frost playing Farming Simulator again earlier. It's really nice. Now he's kind of now giving me the idea of going into my self-propelled baler and making it so it doesn't stop. Basically adding another chamber in, so yeah, I don't know if I want to do that. I really don't know. It's probably an easy to do, to be honest, but yeah. Do I really want the hassle of doing it? I don't know yet. I got a bit of time spare, I suppose I could get in and do it. But yeah, I'm really not sure. Ooh, 61.36 from Mr. Papa 55 can. Nice drop there. Actually, I should do that. I haven't actually asked him, obviously, where he's gone through a lot at the minute, obviously, real life, and I really don't want to ask, shall we say, yet. He may even do it himself, to be honest, now that he's back into farming for the minute. Oh, that's a useless. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Drop, that was. But yeah, how you? Oh, I don't know. Did you answer? How are you doing, Mama Do? By the way, I see. Hello. No, she didn't. I hope you're okay, Mama Do. I've been worried about you, my dear. You know that. I did see a comment. Where is it? Might be. I thought it was from Mr. Rusty Nail. Where is it? Where is it? Oh, even the lizard subsoiler doesn't show up in my mods. So, Rusty Nail, obviously you using the mod folder switcher. That's what I was gonna say. Um, First things first. Did you create a folder on your, say, desktop or somewhere on your computer and link that folder to your mod folder switcher and run from there? Because in your log it's showing that you're still running from the default mod folder, and that could be one of the big issues why mods aren't showing for you properly. You're not. Give that a try. What I'd do is, yeah, set up a folder somewhere on your desktop or on your computer, like you did in 22. Name it PV Rivers or whatever you might want to. Link it to the mod folder switcher, and then put your mods into that new folder, yeah? Load up the game and see how you get on. I know Dave's always said never run the default folder if you have the mod folder switcher installed. So give that a try and hopefully we can get you sorted out. Obviously if you still need help, obviously I can always go through it again live on the stream. There's also my YouTube video that I did do on how to install and set it up. It's exactly the same as it was in 22 as it is now. Obviously the only difference is it's a little bit colourful now, it's golden. But yeah, because obviously you did mention you had the mod folder switcher, so it's best to run it from its own folder. You need help? Yeah. What do you need help with? Well, adding the folder to the mod folder switcher? Because I could just shut down the game temporarily and come back in just a minute. Yeah, okay. So give me a sec. Let me close this down. I'm going to save. So we're going to help Mr. Rusty Nail out for just a minute. Now, for anybody out there who doesn't use the mod folder switcher, I would highly recommend it. So yes. Hey Douglas, how you doing? It helped me get 2 maps set up in different folders. Yeah. To be honest, yeah. Obviously, as I'm live, I might as well help out here so I can get Mr. Russian Nail sorted out. So here we go. So close this down. Right there, Mr. Rusty. Now let me bring this across. So here, this is what you should see is a nice little icon with the SGA mod folder switcher 25. So if you double click on that to launch it, so we're currently on version 1.1, and this is what the new one looks like, guys, if you have not seen it yet. But yeah, how you doing there, Douglas, by the way? And I think you followed me earlier today. Thank you very, very much for that. And, well, thank you as well for the Prime sub earlier too. Much appreciated. 3 hours ago, there we go. I just seen it in my little list there. But yes, it's very, very simple. It really, really is. All you literally do is, for anybody who doesn't have it, let me open up DashNet's Trello. Over here, we have the download link. So, obviously, just come over to the SGA Trello, come to DashNet Mods. I know for the guys on YouTube watching this, there should be a link down below the video. You can't go wrong with it. Just click on here, click on download, and then once you get this pop up, just download it from there. And I'm going to do this live for you guys. Obviously, at the minute it's a little bit slow because I am streaming as well. I was using Power Tools, Douglas, to spawn that odd palette here and there. Right, so there we go, there we go. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. It's nearly there. It's nearly there. It is almost there. There we go. So once it's downloaded, took a little while. Took a little while. Yeah, so you come to your download folder. Obviously, I'm going to run through all this just in case. Now, when it comes to this part, you may or may not have issues. What sometimes happen is things like your firewall, your antivirus programs block the program. Things like your browser may also block it. Another thing as well is zip programs that you have on your computer can also block this from installing. I know back in 22, I used to have 7-zip installed on my computer for when I was doing a little bit of modding here and there. When the 22 version came out, it refused blindly to install the mod folder switcher for some reason. I ended up removing it, the 7-zip. As soon as I got rid of it, it allowed me to install the mod folder switcher the same way I've done it every single time since, which is also the same way that I do it in my little tutorial video. So by basically just double clicking on here and then running the setup application, literally just double click on it. Now obviously I've got this on in here already, so it's probably not going to run it properly. But if you do find it asks you to contact the vendor for some weird reason, have a think about what is on your computer that could potentially be blocking it. So antivirus programs, firewall programs, zip programs, stuff like that can stop it. So maybe try deactivating them for the minute. Also try downloading a fresh copy of the mod folder switcher install program with a different browser can help as well. I know some people said they've used Firefox, they got it to work, but had Chrome and Edge and it couldn't work. It's weird. It really is weird, but they eventually persisted and they got it installed. Now, obviously, once you got this, all you literally do is click on the more information, run anyway. Now, obviously, I've got it there already, so it won't anyway because I've got it installed. But it should then pop up asking you if you want to install it. Just click OK, and it will install the program onto your computer. Now, remember, this is a program, not a mod. I have seen some people putting this into their mod folder and trying to run it as a mod. It's not. It's a program you install onto your computer and then go from there. Now, one thing I will say, if you can't get this to run with the way that I've just done it, what you can do is if you right click it, extract it or whatever it's called for you guys, and basically unzip the folder itself and try running it that way as well. Some people have had it working where I've done it. A lot of people have had it where they've had to unzip it like this and then run that setup right there. Obviously, it loads up a little bit quicker, but yeah, there you go. So, as you can see, it works fairly fine for me. Obviously, I've got it installed, so it's not going to do anything. But once you've got it installed, you will see this. Obviously, there won't be any of these buttons set up. Obviously, you've got about 20 odd buttons right there that you can add a folder to on each of them. All you literally do is go to your desktop or wherever it is on your system. Obviously, I'm only using the desktop for this example. Go to New, Create Folder, call it whatever you want. So I'm just going to call this one PV Rivers. Oh, hang on. Yeah, if I do that for a minute, because obviously my other one's called PV Rivers Mods. So call it PV Rivers. Then all you literally do is click on one of these buttons. So select folder. So click on that. Hopefully Mr. Rusty Nail is now with me. Hold down your left mouse button on that new folder so you can actually move it around. And drag and drop it into the mod folder switcher. And as you can see, it will automatically add the location, path, and the name that you've called that folder. Now, with the next part, it's completely optional, but you can colorize the button itself. So you could call, I don't know, maybe go with a bit of Dajnet-y sort of greeny blue there. Also, you can change the text as well, and obviously it gives you a nice little preview of what that button is going to look like when it's finished. Once you're happy with all that, just click here when finished, and there is your button. Now this part is crucial, I find. Once you've set up a button, it may not necessarily recognize it in game that this has been created. So I always recommend is if you just double click onto the default folder and then double click back onto that new button that you've created, check down the bottom here to make sure that it has changed. Once that's done, what you should be able to now do is if you load up the game, that will now have a completely empty mod folder, hopefully. And we're going to just close the game down just in a sec, add something in there just to show that it does work. So click on through. If we come into download content, installed, obviously the only thing I've got here is obviously the 2 DLCs that have been released, which are part of the game. No other mods installed, which is great. So if we come back out of there for a second, I will grab. Let's see. Did I click on that correctly? I don't think I did. Nope. Shut that down. There we go. Let me grab. Let's see. Auto drive. That 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna grab 5 mods from my current mod folder. There we go. And I'm gonna just copy them into there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Simple. So once the game reloads, you should now see these in. So you literally just go into your Rusty Nail, go to your whatever folder you were running before, which is probably your default folder. Select every mod that's in there and move them into your new folder. Then load up the game, and obviously make sure that the game is fully shut down when you create that folder. Otherwise, it won't recognize it. So if we come into here, we'll go into what's installed, and there we go. So there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's exactly the same ones that I've just moved over. So as you can see, it does work. And yay! Now, obviously, if you're running several maps, it is recommended that you run them from their own folders with their own mods. So, like Mr. Douglas there, obviously he mentioned that he's got, was it 2 different maps he's running? Yeah, there you go. Obviously, he set up a folder for each with their own mods and stuff like that to go in. So, yeah, he does exactly the same. So, obviously, I've got one here, I've got one for Riverbend. I do have this one here, which is the mod pack for the actually PV Rivers, but without any additional mods. This is for when I do my updates. So yeah, I've got kind of a backup, but yeah, I always make sure to double click when I change folder. So yeah, if you're running several maps, you could literally have each of these all set up. Now, when it comes to updating, let me select that one in a sec. What I would recommend if you're running PV Rivers, what you can do is update it through the mod folder switcher. A lot of people don't realize this, but you can. It saves you having to download it from DashNet Trello. Just make sure you got your folder selected, go to options, and obviously this right here is the button to synchronize it. Now obviously this should be updated, so it shouldn't download anything, but what you'll find if you're doing it for the first time through the mod folder switcher, it may take a little bit of a while. Okay, so just click on yes, leave it for a little while, and as you can see it is fully updated. But obviously what I can do, if I come into here for example, I will delete 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll delete those 5 from the folder. We'll run that one more time. And what should happen is 5 mods will download into that folder and be updated 100%. Now, one thing I will say while this is running, this is literally all the program is designed to do. A lot of people say, oh, I'm missing the save games here, my mod's being deleted because the mod folder switcher. It doesn't do any of that, I swear. It does not go anywhere like that. If you're missing mods, then it's something on your computer is deleting them or moving them. It's kind of annoying. It's like, no, it doesn't. Did my log show update 10? So what I would recommend highly, Rushinell, is run this sync because you are missing a lot of the mod pack. Once this is done, I'll tell you exactly how many mods are in the packet. I believe it's about 65. Obviously, it's got a couple more to go. We'll wait for this to finish, and we'll look properly in just a sec. But yeah, you're missing a lot of things. The Juice Factory isn't there. Oh, I'm trying to think. The Chewing Tobacco isn't there. It's almost like you've got a partial update, but not the whole mod pack, which is really weird. Which could also be, I still think there could be a program or something on your computer as well that could be moving things. Because obviously you mentioned about downloading my categorizer, Green Thumb Farmers categorizer, and they're missing from your log. So it's almost like they're not being moved into the right folder. So yeah, I would probably maybe run an update first. Make sure that you've got my categorizer, Green Thumb Farmers categorizer, all the mods that you want, and then load it up and make sure that they're going into this new folder that you've created. So there you go. So you've got 5 new there, update complete. So yeah, there you go. So 64 is the amount of mods you should have. So what you could always do is do the sync first and then add in your additional mods into that if you really wanted to. But geez, 64 mods already. Wow. That's crazy. Obviously, that could go up even more if I added in things like the Filipino Food Factory and T. Miller's new pie factory as well, because I could add them into the logistics storage as well for you guys if you really wanted to. But yeah, it's literally that easy. So obviously, I do need to then click back over here. Now, if you wanted to delete one of these buttons. So maybe you make a mistake, for example. So obviously I've got this one here I can use as a test subject. You have 235 mods? Yeah. Here you go, I'll show you. This is actually my mod folder at the minute, 185. Obviously I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mods unzipped, which are ones that I'm playing around with at the minute. But yeah, it's not bad actually. That's how many I've actually got at the minute. And I think there's only about one mod I am not using on my current save game out of all of them. I have it in my folder because I obviously when I do my testing, I use the store delivery mod to bring everything to the central farm. I did the sync and it says update complete. So if you open up your folder Rusty Nail, if you've got just the mods from the pack there should be at least 64 mods in that folder now. Is that correct? I hope it is, because that's what you should have. Because what you could then do is add in all your other mods. Yeah, good. So yeah, go to your other folder that you're putting your other mods into, move them into your new folder, okay? So if you're using the default folder, for example, if I open this up, we'll go to My Games, Farm Sim 22, and Mods. Obviously I've got none in here, but anything that's in here, select them all. Actually, if I put a couple of these in here, I'm going to do copy them. Going to do so. Say for instance, this is all your mods. Select them all. So click on one. If you do Control A, you can select them all. Or if you just drag like that, and I have a folder in FS25 PV Rivers in the mod folders, which are yeah. Right. One sec. So you've had a folder in there before, have you, Rusty Nail? Because it could be that you're putting them into that folder and it's not been selected in here correctly. Ah, okay. So go to your other folder then. That's probably what it is then. You haven't selected this button, or that folder isn't linked to the mod folder switcher. So if you take all the mods out of that other folder, put them into your new one, and make sure that the button is highlighted, okay? Make sure to double click on it, and then load up the game. You'll probably find all your mods will be showing there. But yeah, what you can do is, if I go back to that default folder a sec, and this is just a little tip for everybody who wasn't aware of this. So if we come into here, obviously you can hold down your left mouse button and drag it out to select all. Or if you actually click on one and do left control A, you can select all that way. Then all you do is hold down your left mouse button on one of them, you can drag them over to your another folder. Obviously I've got them in here already, but any existing ones that are in that folder, if you know 100% that they're up to date, just click on skip them, and any new ones will get added into your folder here. So obviously I've just taken the same ones. So, but yeah, once they're moved across to your new folder, delete whatever's remaining. And obviously if you're taking them from say one folder to another that's on your desktop, I would recommend then deleting that old folder, which should now be empty or partly empty, and deleting the button here so you don't get confused. Now to do the deleting, all you do is click on reset a button, make sure that the little tick is there, and then click on the button, and just like that it's deleted. Click on that again to unselect it, and then select the folder you want. So obviously I want this one here, which is PV Rivers. Actually I'm going to click on there, and if I was now to delete that and load up the game, my PV Rivers mods, all of them should be there. So that should be 185 mods showing in my mod list. Let me minimize you. Now you can close it once you've got it all installed and set up. You can close it, but what I always do whenever I install it for the first time, I will load up the game so the mod folder switcher recognizes it's all there, and then once I'm happy that it's connected correctly, so if I come into here, for example, yep, there is all of my mods that I'm currently using. So you can then shut down the mod folder switcher. Now you can actually do it beforehand, but I always like to make sure that it's all linked up correctly. But yeah, once you've done that, just close that down, and yeah, obviously go through the mod hub if you want as well, add in any additional mods you want, and you should then be able to come into career, and as you can see, oh, oh yeah, because I've got the two DLCs as well. So 187. Obviously, one is not currently loading in because I don't run it on my actual playthrough, which is obviously that store delivery mod. But apart from that, everything should be showing up there, which it is. And yeah, just click start and you should be good to go. Now, obviously, one thing to remember is you do need to make sure that you've got plenty of storage on your computer when doing this as well. Yes, because obviously if you're getting quite low on storage, mods won't come in, and obviously the game won't save, stuff like that, so make sure that you're doing that. So one thing I will say as well, the only thing the mod folder switcher is actually looking for is if I come into here, for example, is your game XML. So if we come into here, it's literally when it installs, it is looking for, I'm pretty sure it's the game one. Hang on, no, yeah, so actually it could be the game and the game settings XML, because what it does is it will override this line right here. For anybody running the default folder, that would just literally be like a default on there. Obviously, when the mod folder is installed, it will actually look for this particular line in the XML. And when you start creating different buttons, this will automatically change each time you change the folder. So it's very, very helpful. But in addition, with the mod folder switcher, there is different features in there that you can actually adjust in the mod folder switcher rather than having to do them in here or having to do it in the game as well. So it's kind of helpful, to be all honesty. The mod folder switcher is. Yes. There we go. Close that, close that, close that. But yeah, when people say, "Oh, I've lost mods because of the mod folder switcher," or "my save game's deleted because of the mod folder switcher," it's a load of crap. It really, really is. I have never ever had any of mine deleted at any point over the last, what, 4.5, 5 years that I've known Mr. Dashnet and used the mod folder switches. Yeah, so, yeah, that's all I'm going to say about that. But yeah, hopefully you get it sorted there, Mr. Rusty Nail. Also, we are going to be going for quite some time today, so if I do need to run through it again, I can do. But for now, let's get back into the gameplay screen. Also, going black for just a minute. There we go. Yeah, FS25 PV Rivers folder is highlighted in the mod folder switcher. Good. Okay, so load up the game and hopefully, fingers crossed, all of your mods should now be showing in the game. And why you... Oh, there we go. Oh, that's what it was, because I covered my YouTube channel there for a second. But yes, isn't it fun, guys? So yeah, I've got T Miller obviously putting out a factory today, or last night. Oh, and I think he's already started working on another as well. So yay. But yeah, obviously when you start adding mods, say from the mod Trello, for example, just download them to your download folder, and then move them to the correct folder, Mr. Rusty Nail, as well. But yeah, once you're up and running, you should be fine from now on, as long as you're putting them into that new folder. Yes, there we go. Actually, there's still, I don't know if it's been fixed yet. Obviously, I've been having issues with the, as a placeable move mod. I don't know if anybody else has been using it. But yeah, after the last, was it the 1.7 update? it kind of got broken, so I'm still waiting on that to get fixed. And I did check my mod on Mod Hub, and it's still pending. It's like, oh, is that gonna be a good catch? Is Dead Cell gonna get? Oh, that's not bad. 200 gold for the old PC. Nice one, Dead Soul. Actually, thinking about it, yeah, it's the 30th, isn't it? So either tomorrow or Friday, obviously the fishing game will be getting reset point-wise. And obviously that little competition for next month will be underway. So, yes. I have a Win 95 for it, yep. Oh, actually, if I had one... I know, actually, to be honest, I've still got my mum's old computer, and I think that is running... It's either Vista or XP. So... actually, I think it's Windows Vista XP, if I remember rightly, actually. And that's going back a bit. It works, I got everything. Yay! Well done, Mr. Rusty Nail, well done. And hopefully you should now see, obviously my categorizer, Green Thumb Farmers categorizers in there. Now, oh, that's the point. Dang it, do I have it? I've been playing around with ChatGPT again. uh, and I'm kinda thinking of updating my categorizer image. I need to upload that. Let me just do something quickly. Okay, let me do it through Google Drive. Add. Upload. I swear, I think I'm going to need to get new glasses this year because I'm starting to really struggle at times. I'm getting to that point where if I've got something right in front of me, I'm having to sort of look above my glasses just to read it. It's terrible. Old age is not good for you, I swear. Drive. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? There it is. Let's download there onto the computer. So I'm kind of I kind of want to ask what you guys think of it actually. So, downloads. So it's this right here. This is what I've got ChatGPT to create for me. It's to basically replace my current BAM image on the categorizer, which is also on my Trello. To be honest, it's the same image there. Let me see. Let me see. Bam, 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 bam. Categorizer store thingy. Nope, not that one. The other one. That one, it might be that one actually. I'll be replacing. It'll either be that one or the one with the black. Yeah, it's probably one of these two I'm probably using at the minute. So it'll be replacing this with something like that. You need glasses and ears. You're still a pup. I know. So yeah, I like it. Obviously, I wanted something that had farming equipment. I'll have to see what it looks like in the game itself. So what I'm basically on about is if you come into the store, we have this right here. Is what I want to replace. I, I may change the background a little bit. I don't know. What do you guys think? Stick with the one I've currently got? Or maybe try this new one out? What truck controller am I using in the mine, and are you using to pull the fuel thing? Change it? Okay, I'll have a play of... Well, as you're the only person that said it, Farm Marks. What I'll do is I'll have a play, and I'll let you guys know what it looks like on Friday. So, Mr. Rusty Nail. Let's get into gameplay. Let's go for a little teleport. So the thing I am using in the mine, well, truck-wise, let's click on enter. So it's this Volvo VN X300 truck with the 3-in-1 tipper trailer. Obviously, I also use that to auto-load the rocks and dump them into the crusher there. In addition to that, in the mine itself, nope, not that, I am currently using this electric Volvo L120H with a Volvo bucket on the front for picking up the materials. There we go. So that is what I'm currently using over here. And oh, by the way, if anybody was looking for a collectible, there is one in the mining area. Now, I struggled to find it, but one of the, I don't think, I'm trying to think if it's here, but one of the piles within the mine here has a little shovel in it. So you may have to actually get out of your vehicle to try and spot it. But I can't remember which mine it was in. I know there was one up here somewhere. But that's all I'm going to say. A little shovel. But yeah, that's what I'm currently using up in the mine, Mr. Rusty Nail. Now, obviously you mentioned what truck are you using to pull the fuel thing? The fuel thing. Are you on about the little tanker trailer? It's if you're on about this little guy right here. Obviously, this is what I use for transporting my fuel. You think it's one of the coal? Possibly coal? No. For some weird reason, I'm still thinking it's stone. Not stone, gravel, I should say. But yeah, I've got a little Steiger here. This is actually off of my PV River Bend playthrough. I actually got it brought over here. And yeah, that's what I'm currently using to transport my fuel to where it needs to go. It's only 15,000 litres, so it's not huge. So yes. But yeah, I've got my case combine put away for the minute. And yeah, so anyway, that's pretty much all I'm doing at the minute. I still need to figure out what I want to do over here. I need some nice drive-through sheds over here, I think, for like the combines and the bigger equipment. So yes, try the new one. Try the new one. What? Oh heck, where did I park? Is it at the top here? I hope so. Okay, there. As I had to jump out, I'm gonna misbehave. I'm gonna come into here and do it this way instead. I'm trying to get out of being out of cab view, and I'm trying to get out of the habit of tabbing into vehicles, but unfortunately I did have to help Mr. Rusty Nail there just briefly. So let's get this back up and set up. Lock that off. Oops. There. Oops. Bring that across a fraction. And yeah, I thought I missed a little bit right there, so I need to grab that in just a sec. Which I would do right now. Because if I don't do it now, it's going to be there until it gets harvested, and it's going to bug the crap out of me later on. There we go. Coolio. Alright, just out of interest while I'm here, we're going to the minus numbers, okay. And I noticed on this field in particular, I did miss a couple of stones along the way, which I'm kind of annoyed at. There we go. Set that on there. You down? Yes. Go. Ooh. Go. Thank you. And we'll set that to auto turn. 12 should be fine. Okay, cool. There we go. So we're back up and running. So yeah. What trailer for stones? I am using my crampy half-pipe trailer, Rusty Nail. So, in my category, obviously, you've got quite a few things now, and it's forever expanding the more I play. But yeah, the one I'm currently using is this guy right here for collecting my stones. I've got it on the highest capacity, and yeah, it makes time so easy. There you go. If you move the letter to the side of the new one, it would work nice for trailers and such too. I like the updated version. Okay, as long as it can find you. Okay, yeah, it'll still be the same place, Mama Do. It's just gonna be a image update. That's the only difference. So yeah, I might go through ChatGPT to see if I can play around with that. Then again, I could probably do it myself. It's just the letters, really. If you move the letters to the side of the new one, it would work nice. So I'm just looking at what Wolf Design say. So you're saying, so take these letters here and what, move them down the side here, for example. So it'd be like B-A-M, Wolf. Obviously, the nice thing is I can do this now because obviously I've got that on auto turn, and it should go the wrong way. Ah, typical. Typical. I was meant to change it to the minuses. Let me do it. Minus. There we go. And let's lift you up. So we should be here. Ah, oh, dang it. See, this is the only downside. Lock that off there. Go. B. Right, so that should be on -3 for the next one. -3. Yep, good. Okay. So let's go back to that image a sec. So let's see what we can do. And yeah, actually, it might look quite good on some trailers as well. That is very, very true. So let's have a little play around while this thing's moving around. Because yes, let's shrink you just a fraction. Come on, if I can click on it, there we go. Let's do that. We're going to take a make sure to get the same color option. There we go. And let's select you. We're going to take that, copy, and we'll put that onto a new layer for the minute. I'm going to hide you, delete that, paste that into there, and right, this is where the fun part begins. Let's see. Let's see. So, actually, I should do one letter at a time. Let's take B. Try and get it maybe back there. Don't really need the dots if they're going to be going down the side, so let's delete those two for the minute. Ooh, hello. I've got something else on the back of that one. That's fine, I can add this to that. X to there. Ah, dang it, didn't mean to do that. Let's take it from there. put it onto that layer. B, and do that. Now the really fun part is if we do this, we can see where all those lines were. Nasty. Let's use U second. Intensify that. Nope, on that one. Take that, take that. So this is how some of my logos have been created actually. I've kind of taken a image or a couple of images and merged them in the exact same way I'm doing here. There we go. So let's take that M second. And we're going to move that to roughly there. Actually, let's try something like that. Let's move that A up a little bit. And right in. Wizard, wizard, wizard. Where are you there? So the A. Delete, 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 delete. Now if we bring that back in, and that's not too bad. That's not bad. What's that on? Let's see. You're there. That's going to be on the A. Let's do. See. Actually, to image, flatten. We're going to copy that. And let's see, downloads. Let's open that one up again because I want that size. Let's see what this is going to look like on here. There we go, so we got something like that. Let's bring that into the middle a bit more. Now, the other thing is, I don't know what that will be like once it's in game with that backing on there, but let's pop that color back on. How's that? Is that the sort of thing you were thinking of there, Wolf Design? But yeah, obviously what I could always do is, depending on how clear that is, I could technically remove that backing, something like that for example. Something like that, something like that. And obviously you've got that then a see-through back, which I could just go like this and change the color if I wanted to. So if I wanted to set it to like a sunset yellow or something, we could have a nice yellow on there. Or actually I'd have to take that bit off as well. There we go. Just take that out, take that out. We'll leave the tires as it is and the lights there. Yes. So you've got something like that, for example, or if I want to change it to a green. There we go. Or pink. Oh, not quite sure about that pink. It's a little bit in your face. You've got purple, a blue. Nah, not blue. Actually, that's not bad. So yeah. But yeah, that could also be added onto like a trailer, like you said there, Wolf Design. That is definitely an option. That is definitely an option. Actually, I'm going to leave that like that for the minute. I'm going to save that, and I'll play around with that later on. So put it onto the desktop. We'll save that. There we go. Don't save that because I've already got it saved. And I've got the original there. So, yeah. The green one? Okay, yeah, I'll have a play, see what it looks like in-game. That's the main thing, is actually when it comes in-game, and what it looks like here. Because obviously, at the minute, obviously half of my hat is cut off on this logo, so I'm going to have to shrink it down a bit as well, so it fits in this area better. So, but yes. So, okay. That's fine, that's fine, that's fine. I'm fine with that, the way it is, Billy Alpaca modding above the top of them. So, yeah. Okay, we'll see what that looks like on Friday. Gameplay. There we go. I have always, let's see, oh, typical, it moved. I have always preferred this style logo because I have done screen printing in the past. Ah, okay. Yeah, makes sense. That makes sense. But yes. Alrighty. Hey, Juno, how you doing, buddy? I've looked there, but the one for FS15, which I think was his first one, isn't there. Oh, hang on. Let me go back a sec. Hey Billy, odd question. I hope it's okay. I know you're friends with Dave. I used to have his FS15 PV map that had the racing track and fair on it. I can no longer find those files to play that again. Do you know where to download them? They should. Well, that is actually PV Rivers. I believe the original version of this map, which was from 15, and it should be up on his Trello. Let me have a little look. If not, I can grab you the link in just a sec. Yeah, it is. So, if you go over to Dice Knight's Trello, if you actually... Oh my goodness, Jono, that was a heck of a fart. If you scroll across, you've got PV Rivers for FS15 right here. If you click on that, there is obviously a PV Rivers map itself, the extras, plus there's some documentation there, and I'm not quite sure what this other one is, but yeah, there's an, I suppose that's like a SP map or something, I don't know. And some essentials, so yeah, maybe grab all of them, and I'd imagine there's a mod pack in there somewhere, as well as that the map to check out. So yeah, that's literally right there. But yeah, also yeah, this is obviously the updated version that we're currently playing. But yeah, I'm sure the racetrack was in there, which is now the dirt track. But that also had the fairgrounds on it as well. So yeah. Okay, yeah, give that a try. But yeah, I know the fairgrounds, for example, that was definitely on this map. If that's the one that you're definitely on about. And that used to be over in this area, I believe it was. But yeah, I'm pretty sure the racetrack used to be up here. Obviously, it's now a dirt track. But I may be wrong. I do know he did do another one back then. But I'm not sure if that was for 15, though. But let me go into here. Oh, this. I wonder if I've got. I think I've got access to it as well. Do 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 do. Oh, you got a 0! Well done! Yay, 0, 0, 0! Go, 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 go! Boogie, boogie, boogie! I... If not, I'll see if I can find that other map that I'm thinking of. There. Media fire. Log in there. FS15. So there was a PV15 version 2.2. That might be the one you're thinking of as well. We have documentation. I have no idea what the heck that is, but let's have a look at that. Second. Downloads. Obviously, yeah, I wasn't around back then, so I'm not quite sure. Cool. Ooh. While the game's just going up and down, up and down. Desktop. So yeah, look at this. So, Pleasant Valley 15 version 2 information guidebook. This could be the one you're thinking of. That looks familiar. Free delay. I'm trying to see if I can find like a map overlay to give you an idea, but I don't think it's in here. You got this construction company. Oh, nice trailer. Cow barn, chicken barn, typical. Pig barn there. I like that pig barn. The silo on the side there. Does this not have? Oh, look, the apple trees and everything. Ah, see, that's what I want. Is that little thing right there? If that could be separated. Oh, we got that. That's the farmer's market. It looks a lot different from the 19 one, that's for sure. And I will get to your question there, Big Rob, in just a sec. Obviously, you got your quarry. I don't know if any of this is helping, if you recognise it there. Douglas. There's that. The mine. Ooh, gold miners to end for. But yeah, if this is the one as well, I didn't even realise this was up there. I can drop this one in chat for you as well. Essentials, extras, the map. So there we go. So we'll copy that. Here we go. Pop that in chat there. For anybody who wants to check out one of Dave's old maps. It's not rivers, but while I'm here, let me go to DashNet's Trello, and I'm going to make sure that that is posted over there as well. I didn't even realize that that was there. FS15, we'll pop that there. So this one is called PV15 version 2. I'll just call that for the minute. The nice thing is, Mr. Dave did give me permission to do all this, so pop that in there. Download here. So if I put that there, click on that, that should take me over to documentations, essentials, extras, and map. Yeah, that's fine. Obviously, that is up on Dave's Trello as well. But yeah, there we go. Obviously, there is the mod full switcher from back then too. Wow. Wow. But yeah, anywho, gameplay. Right then, so sorry, Big Rob, how you doing, buddy? By the way, welcome in. Got a question about PV Canyon Crossing 22. I can't unload hay pellets onto the ground to use the straw harvest pelletizer building. Have tip everywhere enabled. You should be able to. I know I used it back then for a little while with the pelletizer. Yeah, The only thing I think of is go through your log. You should be able to. Also, is the the hay? Unload hay. Hay pellets. Hay pellets. Does ooh. You might not be able to. I don't know. Can you? Yeah. Actually, I did at one point unload them. So yeah, I'd maybe have a look at your log and see if you've got any errors or something going on. Because yeah, you should be able to unload them to the ground to go into the pelletizer. The only other thing I think of is maybe look into finding maybe a trailer or something they can unload into the pelletizer itself building. But also, if you want to sideswipe the building itself, you can always put it into the farm storage, and it will automatically add them into a pallet form that way. Thinking about it, because that was added into the map. That's the one I'm thinking of. Farmers Market and the fair look familiar. Yeah, yeah. Give that a try and let us know. If not, it's one or the other. And how you doing there, Mr. Viking, by the way? Welcome in, buddy. Oh, cool. Things are just going crazy today. They really are. Helping too many people out. It's not good. I'm only kidding. But if you guys don't follow Mr. Viking streaming, make sure to click on the link, give him a follow. I also hope Mr. T Miller was going to jump in chat because obviously he does have his new factory out today. If you guys have not seen it, I can show it off. I do have it placed down. Let me go into the construction menu and do it this way, so I can just keep planting for the minute. So I've actually got mine down all the way over here. So yeah, we have the August Pie Factory. This is available on T Miller's Trello. Obviously the link is pinned to the top of chat there to go over there. Obviously there's a nice little plaque there that tells you a little bit about the actual business. So obviously this is a little building that he's been working on. I did notice a few things that need to be addressed, so when I do see Mr. T Miller, I will mention them, such as the windows aren't stretched out far enough to marry up to the whole building, and obviously some of the cameras and lights and stuff are kind of floating and looking a little bit stretched. But now that actually see it in game, it looks a lot different to the pictures and stuff. So, but yeah, what I could always do is I'm possibly thinking this little area here, adding in a couple of extra orchards just to top up what I've currently got to keep everything tickety-boo, should we say. There we go. But yeah, fun and games, but yeah. Over the next couple of in-game months, obviously I've got these two fields to get harvested. I'm going to plough the whole thing up, and obviously, like I said earlier on, this whole plateau area at the top here is going to be one big massive field. And then this field here itself is going to be planted with sugarcane. So yeah, I'm punishing myself. So yeah. I want to basically bury myself in the hole and did myself one another handful of them. Ah, okay. Yeah, so yeah, oh. One thing you can do, Big Rob, back on PV Canyon Crossing, there should be the farm storage building. I think it's under the silos or the SGA silos. Pretty sure if you put the pellets into that, it'll automatically put them in pallet form. Because also we added it into the map when the straw harvest mod was released. So, but yeah, I'm still pretty sure that you should be able to tip them onto the ground. If not, so yeah, was able to do it on console, but can't on PC. That is very strange. That is very, very strange. I suppose it also depends on the fill limit that's on the map. I'm pretty sure I was able to do it when it first came out because I was showing off on PvE Canyon Crossing in 22. So yeah. How you doing? So I don't know if you're still out there, Mr. Viking. I am doing pretty good. Family's all right. Actually, we've been out today. Done a little bit of shopping with obviously my wife's mum. Had to come home early because we had a delivery due. But apart from that, it's lovely and cozy over here. It's a bit of a nightmare temperature-wise. It's getting up there and getting up there. We're seemingly going to get a thunderstorm later on this week, so that'll help clear the air a little bit. But yeah, apart from that, all good. Can I plant poplar on the main farm if you want to? If you want to, Rusty, no, you can. Obviously, my aim is this field down here, below that I've got below 21 here. I'm gonna plant that with poplar, but I've also got over on the island, wherever the island is here. So I've got this lovely little island in the upper right of the map, just here. But yeah, this whole area right here is poplar, and currently that is growing. So once that is ready, that can then get baled up as well. But yeah, as you can see, I did get all my grapes harvested. I did put down the grape processing unit right next to my farm, so it wasn't too far. Got that filled right up. So obviously, yeah, 105,000 litres went straight into there. Got that up and running. Obviously, I did put some into my little grape storage here. And yeah, that is a heck of a lot just off of that one and a bit field. I'm hoping that is going to be enough to alternate each year between the wine factory and the grape processing to get things running. Actually, I need to set that. Oh, not actually. I need to set that on distribute, so that goes over to the wine factory. So the wine factory is there. It does have some grapes in there as well that I took over myself. But apart from that, it's plodding on. That should be on distribute, so I can go over to barrel logistics. Actually, to be honest, I'll leave it on store, and I can get the pick up the barrels with the truck and trailer later on myself. There we go. Actually, what I'm going to do is take a quick break. We've got to pause this here because I don't want him to overshoot the field. I want to save that, and I will be right back, guys. And I'm back, guys. Sorry about that. Oh, when you gotta go, you gotta go. Right then, there we go. Right then. Cool, 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 cool. So, yeah, this is all I'm going to be doing now. Going up and down, up and down, up and down. Fun. Actually, I could put a hired helper on in the next field, actually. So yeah, at the minute I've got wheat, I've got barley, and some canola that I need to get planted. Dang it, I really want to get... No, I can't... I might direct seed the next one. Should be okay with this thing. Yeah, obviously the next field that I wanted to get planted was right next door to this one, by the main farm here. Obviously last year, if I remember rightly, it was canola. I haven't actually ploughed it up yet. So this one here, which I'm thinking something like oats. I don't know. Can I get oats in yet? Or is that next? No. Yeah. So barley. I'm kind of trying to rotate a lot of the fields as well. So I'm doing wheat at the minute, so that'll be fine. So maybe some barley in this field and probably one of the other fields. Maybe this. Actually, maybe I might even do barley in this one as well. Need lots for Sam Adams and the flour factory, that's for sure. This field will be getting extended, so that will have to wait. Either that or I just delete the olives that are there and start expanding that out. I haven't quite decided yet. Yes. Choices, choices, choices. I do need to get a telehandler down there to pick up those other bales. But yeah, things are slowly progressing, that's for sure. That's harvested. So yeah, there's a lot of fuels going to be ready next in-game month. So hopefully all of this will be ready next month. I've got a field over here with soybean in it, so that'll need to be harvested. I've got these fields all here. Yeah, so quite busy one next month. Now, one thing I will say is, I don't know how many of you guys actually watched Giant's stream regarding precision farming, which is going to be released next week. Yeah, next week, isn't it? Next Thursday. With it, you will be getting a... Oh, where is it? Where's my little list thing? A subsidy. 8th of May. Yeah, exactly, Dead. So yeah, next Thursday. So, what they've added in is a subsidy to your crops. Now, the only way to get it is by pre-planting oilseed radish and then ploughing that in as a fertilizer option instead of using solid fertilizer and liquid fertilizer and herbicides on your fields. Yes. So it gives you an extra little bonus for not using chemicals and stuff, basically, by actually using the oilseed radish. So it's going to be kind of tricky, I think, with some of the crops where they're planted quite early. So, for example, wheat, barley, and canola. Obviously, where they're planted sort of August, September time, it's got to be a very tight one if you're going to be doing oilseed radish as your fertilizer option. That's all I can say. Obviously, until we get it in game and actually play, see how it runs, stuff like that, with seasons, this is, I'm going to keep seasons on. Obviously, with those who have seasons turned off, obviously it's not going to be too much of an issue. But obviously, the one thing is as well is the seed usage with that is going to go quite high, especially on this map, if you think about it. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I really am. Obviously, yeah, the no ploughing as well. No more ploughing is going to be the option, one of the main options. The only thing is, I am going to still keep doing it the way I did it previous years. If the field states it needs to be ploughed, I will plough it. But also, obviously, any field when it's harvested, it can then just be mulched and, well, direct seeded basically. Oh, but yes, it's definitely going to be a tight one. I think with some of the crops doing the switch over, if you do want to do it with the oilseed radish, because obviously you need to get it to that the first growth state at least to then plough it in, and then, or at least mulch it in as it were, and then yeah, plant whatever crop is going to be on the field. So yeah, I was kind of watching, but yeah, they've got obviously added in things like tram lines, which have to be set up to the wheel width of your sprayer. So if you are going to do like liquid fertilizer spreading, you have to kind of set up to that work width to get the right size tram lines or something like that. It's really weird, that's for sure. Also, you got these subsidies that have been added in. Another thing that they've added in is also pulse spreading as well with the sprayers. It's a new feature, and it's kind of weird. I don't really understand it, but it's kind of like the partial um, spraying and certain thing. It only hits the certain areas that need to be addressed, which is kind of cool though. So that should save a lot of fertilizer if you are using solid fertilizer. But obviously they've got things in there for the slurry and the manure spreading as well. So yeah, it's definitely gonna be fun to see what it gets added to mod wise and DLC wise. Also, big question I know a lot of people have been asking is, will it be added to the next stuff? Who the heck knows? So yeah, we'll have to wait and see regarding that. But yeah, obviously it does come with some equipment to start off with, so there's things there that it's working on. So, but yeah, same sort of features as before, but some new and improved features, which is quite nice. So yes. So you plant poplar on field 21. Not all of 21, no, Rusty Nail. So obviously I've basically turned 22 and 21 into two rice fields, or rice bogs, whatever you want to call them. But then whatever I had left over down here, obviously I created a field initially. It was only about this big, but obviously where I took this mountain out, I added in a little bit extra room onto that field. So yeah, I'm going to add poplar into there. So it's a little something out of the way, but yeah, to make a little bit of money each year. And the nice thing is, with poplar, you can put it into other productions if you wanted to. Also, changes to maps, it will require work properly. Yeah, obviously, one thing you can do is go in, add in your custom um, soil tech map as well, so get benefits from certain areas, planting certain things in certain areas. So that part is way beyond me, but obviously it does add in a default map for that anyway, so it's fine. I don't know if Mr. Dave would be able to look into doing anything like that, but we'll see. Right, so there's that. So I need barley. Oh, went too far. There we go. There we are. So yeah, but yeah, I would recommend going over and watching the stream. It's also available on their YouTube channel. So yeah, definitely go over and check it out. Obviously, I I did hear Giants partners will get early access to show it off beforehand. I don't know when that will happen, so we'll have to wait and see. uh, where is your garage for the green vehicle? So I've got that over by the sawmill, Rusty Nail. Yeah, all my green equipment is primarily to do with wood. So it's all over by the sawmill. There we go. But yeah, barley I will put into the new field that I created, so that should be fine there. I'll get the hired helper onto that. I'll have to go grab my other telehandler to get those bales moved. The tramline looks weird to you. Yeah, obviously you don't have to run them if you don't want to, which is one bonus. Oh heck, I want to lime this field. That'll be fine. I can always do it afterwards, so let's do this. There. Hired helper. Go do your thing. Righty. But yes, they do definitely look weird. I don't know if I'll be using them because obviously I tend to turn crop destruction off anyway, so I would prefer to have like a lot of you guys, I prefer to have a whole field full of crop rather than having bits missing. Hello, crows. Oh heck, I'm walking through the sunflowers. Don't do that. There we go. Actually, think about it. Do I have a link for that? I might do. Twitch. Nope. YouTube. Farming simulator. I can never remember if it's Giants or Farming Simulator. That's that one. Pretty sure it's Giants actually. Giants software. There, that one I want. Now they don't really cover it that much in all honesty. It's only about maybe 5 minute segment, but it is definitely worth checking out. Here we go, we'll copy that. And there is the YouTube link for that. They cover obviously the next pack in there, a few other things. But if you go to, I'm just trying to find the right time index. I think it's there. I think it's around about the 32 minutes ish. 32. There we go. 35 minutes. There you go. To be more precise, that's when they start talking about precision farming. So the 35 minutes point is where they start talking about it. It's only literally, like I said, about a couple minutes, 5 minutes tops, if that. But yeah, it's kind of cool. Cool. There we are. Ren, what was I going for? Oh yeah, I need to get a telehandler to pick up those bales first of all. And it also helps that my microphone is right by my mouth because it doesn't sound so echoey now. Ah. Oh. Super speed. There we go. Yes. Okay, so I need to get this. Yeah, I'm still having around about what to do about this area here. So my first initial thoughts were, obviously now that I own this top part as well, these two fields, is I was thinking extending that field up further, maybe to somewhere about here, and then having one field just in this corner here. But I'm kind of now thinking what I might do is just marry the two together, extend it out a little bit, and be done with this sort of area. Oh look, the stork's going over. Hi storks, bye bye storks. They're bringing the new babies in. But there you go. There you go. So this is what I've got for my stone collecting Mr. Rusty Nail. So obviously the Crampy half pipe. This is obviously my one, the autoload one, which has the 250 capacity. And then I've obviously got it on one of the Valtra tractors. This is the S416. So yeah, this usually actually spends time up in the mine, but every now and again it comes down to the farm just when picking up stones off of the fields. And why? Oh yeah, are you here? But yeah, I started this. Yeah, oops. This should be at home. Da, 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 da. Let's park this up over here a minute. What is the point? Why is this thing still running? I don't know. There we go. Obviously my telehandler that I want is in here. There he is. But yeah, all of these sheds are pretty much full now with bales. It's terrible. We've got straw, silage, and some odd hay bales in there. Coming across. This is the kind of the messy one, really. But yeah, I've got hay, straw, silage. For some weird reason, they like to walk some of these bales, and yeah, I don't know. Really need a decent storage for them at some point. But then anything, I kind of had a few left over, bale-wise. Few. Yeah, look. All of that is still straw. So I think at some point I may look into either just selling a load of straw bales, or put down a couple more composters and just go crazy. uh, oh, that's the point. I think my cow's going to need to get some more hay at some point, so I'll have to get that sorted out. Oh, there we are. So my headset was having a funny 5 minutes, couldn't hear the game for a second. But where's Mr. T. Miller? I hope he didn't go out and forget that I'm streaming today. He's got to break his stream streak. That would be nasty. That really would be nasty, nasty. I know he was up to like 136 or something, if not more. I don't know. But yeah, at least we got to show off his little pie factory earlier today, so that's very, very cool. Yeah. Yeah, I think I might just marry the two in, maybe extend it a little bit, add a few trees around the outside. I think that corner will be fine. That should be fine, I think. And I'm going to get in some of that action as well while it's there. Oh, no, 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 no. Up, 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 up. Oh, dang it. Oh. With such a tiny little pool, it's now become almost impossible to get it in there. But yeah, I know a lot of you guys have been getting in there, so it's very, very good. There we go. La da 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 da. Yes, joy, 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 joy. Oh, that's a point. I can use this guy. I keep forgetting I got my little joystick right next to me I can use. I was almost going to use my mouse there for a second. Oh, and looking on Sunday, I cut my finger by mistake, my thumb. And the worst thing is, it's my right thumb, and I use it a lot for things. And yeah, all today, obviously, when I went to do a card payment, it asked me for my. Obviously, I use my phone, like a lot of people now. Um, every transaction was, oh, here, you need to use your thumbprint to authorize this. It's like, are you freaking serious? So yeah, the worst thing is, it's also been. I keep knocking it as well, so it keeps bleeding. It's not good, I swear. They hate me. There we go. Right, let's go down to the road. It'll be easier that way. I keep forgetting about all these things. It's terrible. But yeah, I've had a plaster on my thumb all freaking day. And literally as soon as I went into the first shop, it says, please use your thumb to authorize this payment. Oh, come on, really? So I was there for about a good minute or two, trying to rip the plaster off with my teeth, just to authorize this payment, because then on my card with this. Ugh. Typical. Bleaking typical. There we go. Anywho. But yeah, it's not been too bad this afternoon. There's a nice little gash in my thumb now, so yes. Set more thumbprints. I'm considering it, yes. Obviously, you got your facial recognition. Obviously, I set mine up for thumb recognition on my phone. But yeah, I think I'm definitely going to have to look into other ways of doing it, like a different finger or something. You have 3 on yours, really? I don't know if I'll do it on the current phone because I do know in a couple of months' time I'm due an upgrade, so I might wait till that phone comes out. And yeah, just in case you lose 2, yeah. That's the thing. Also, if you cut your finger, obviously, if it goes right across your fingerprint itself, obviously you're gonna have to get that updated, isn't it? So yeah, I suppose having multiple fingers set up is a good idea. Definitely a good idea. Right, let's go drop this off, and we'll come back up and get that little bit that it missed sorted out, and then we'll get it onto the next field to get ploughed up. Yeah, I need to get one of my little tractors out and get that onto that field that I just ploughed up to get the stones out of the way. You could use the middle finger. Yes! Oh, welcome back there, Big Rob. How did you get on? I had a client who had that problem in real life. Yeah. Yes. Oh, I'm sorry. I just had a really crazy thought. Bum recognition. There we go. Use like a butt cheek to. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to come out with that. Really. uh, Actually, while I'm here, I'm going to pop a couple of bales, hay bales in as well. Well, actually, no, I'll leave that on for a minute because I'm going to be running up the road in a minute. Da, 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 da. Yes, bum recognition. Oh, there we go. Yeah, the worst thing is I'm also using the same thumb right now on my joystick to activate the grab there. It's not easy, especially where the cut is on my finger. There we go. There's that. For now, that should be fine, actually. So it's just really to keep the robot dude working as well. There we are. Doot. There we are. That's fine. Oh. But yeah, I really hope production revamp comes out soon, so then I can get my bale storage sorted out. Yeah. Still keep thinking of that Benny Hill tune. Dang it. Stop it, stop it, stop it. Been outside on the deck discussing our next ballpark trip. I'm going to see the deer plants in Waterloo and East. Oh, nice. So when are you taking me then, Big Rob? Only kidding. Only kidding. You're loading back into the game now? Okay. Uh, it's been resubmitted last week. Ah. There it is. There it is. Yeah. I've been keeping a close eye on Mr. Braven and... they seem to... don't know what's going on with Giants, but they're taking forever to get the mods out and for some people. It's terrible. There we go. Yeah, because obviously you got... well, the first thing was obviously going to be the production storage mod, which is kind of like a prequel to the actual revamp mod itself. So, yes. Sorry, the storage one. Oh, right, okay, yeah. The production storage. Actually, one thing I do want to do a test on is whether a storage that's set up like a production will spawn bales out. So, my thoughts were, if it semi-works in the same way this storage does, but with bales, that would be kind of cool. The other thing is I got to figure out how to spawn the bales out themselves with the 20k litre ones, so that's the thing. Obviously in 22 it was basically a silo and that had the bale spawning on it and also pallet spawning as well, but yeah, it's a little bit more tricky now. The only other option for the minute is maybe keep it going in as bales, coming out as loose, and then add in the bale spawning later on with my bale storage, because I really want to get it brought over to 25 really. Let's see. I just drove by a farm that has baby alpacas. Oh, stop teasing me. Stop teasing me, Hectate. The sign says, come and see the cuteness. I know. They are cute. Yeah, we go past a couple of alpaca places going to see my wife's boys. And yeah, they're very good, cute. There's one that actually sells them, and one I think does like therapy courses and stuff, where you can go in, walk the alpacas. I don't know if you can hug them, but yeah, you can do stuff like that, which is kind of nice. So yeah, maybe one day. I keep saying one day I've got to have my own little bit of land. I can get my own alpacas, stuff like that. So yeah, right, Mr. Hired Helper, you can do that because I'm being too lazy. Where did I put my little rock crusher dude? He should be in the shed again, shouldn't he? Cedar, yep, there he is. I can get this guy going again. But yeah, I usually only use that tractor and trailer if I'm stuck in the middle of a field and I got no fuel. That's about the only time it really gets used. Obviously, a lot of the tanks that I've now got up around here are self-distributing ones, so it helps. There's that. Actually, I do need... how much can I get done between now and Friday on here? I'm just wondering whether or not I want to get in and start doing some grass cutting before the... oh yes. Oh no, I've done that field already. It's the other field I wanted, wasn't it? Because obviously I've got this area behind the sugarcane here. I'm trying to remember when it gets ready. I'm a little bit all over the place at the minute trying to think of things. When does sugar cane? Is that November? Sugar cane. Okay, so earliest, yeah, October, November. That becomes ready. If that is ready next in-game month, that's going to be quite a job to get that harvested. The other thing I'm thinking of is obviously I've got a field of grass I still need to get cut. Obviously, it's no great rush on that one, to be honest. So might just leave it for now. Let it grow a little bit longer. So I've got plenty of bales. I think we'll be alright for the minute. It ain't going anywhere. But also need to get in, like I said, to do some trees. You finally got your lizard subsoiler. Nice one, Rusty. Yay! Well done. Well done. Oops, didn't mean to do that. There we go. Yay. Cool. Right, hired helper, you can do that field. There we go, you're fine. Yeah, so this is going to be the fun field, I'm going to say. Let's see, so... Yeah, so we can actually extend that field across. There's a little bit of a divot there as well. Let's have a little look. That needs to be addressed. Yeah, there's a hole right there. I thought there was when I was, obviously I know when I was doing the grapes up here. It did keep dipping down. Now, can I get it with the smooth, or am I going to need to flatten this out? So, strengthen that. And, oh yeah, there we go. Did you see that move? Did you see that move? That was crazy. There we go. Let's see how that is now. Yep, that's better. That's definitely a lot better there. Okay. So I'm kind of thinking, yeah, if I add some more of these trees in, bring it down to this corner here. Quite noisy. Yeah, I can then extend that field down and then straight down there. And I'm thinking we don't really use olives that much, to be honest. I've got a fair bit that I can get harvested now. Do I just delete these and go with what's on the other field? One thing I will say is grapes are very, very easy to delete in 25 compared to 22. I was quite shocked at just how quickly I got them removed. I think I'm just going to delete these because I've got a feeling my little island over here is going to give me plenty of olives. So, here we go. So, if anybody wanted to know how to delete the grapes or the olives, it's kind of the same way as you would a fence or anything like that. You just come into the build menu, click on beam, which is enter demolish mode, and then from there, so as you can see, it's actually highlighting. You just literally hold down your left mouse button and delete away. It's literally that quick and easy. See how easy that is? Obviously, you can do whole rows if you wanted to. You can just go back and forth, move down. This is literally what I was doing the other day with the grapes, just going back and forth, deleting row by row by row. It was so quick and easy. On 22, it was a lot trickier because you obviously had to find that right collision and stuff like that. So I'm hoping if we get the chance to get those orchards back, I'm hoping it's going to be this easy to delete them, that's for sure. Some of those trees back in 22 were a nightmare to get rid of. and to find those collisions. There we go. But yeah, if you haven't done grapes and olives, I would definitely recommend giving it a try. Just because there's mods out there that do grapes in greenhouses and such, oh, what's the point? Give it a try in the game first before going over to the greenhouses and such. There's the whole point of having these features added into the game is to enhance your gameplay. That's all I can say. There we go. There's that. Actually, I could even zoom out a bit more and do a lot more. There we go. Look and see how easy that is compared to how it was in 22. You were literally trying to find each and every individual plant back in 22, and yeah, now it's so much easier. Just take your time and you get them all. There we go. Dee 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 dee. See, what the other thing I think they could improve on maybe is if you could increase the area that it hits, where you could maybe take out 4 clumps at the same time. But apart from that, it's all good. Liking it, liking it, liking it. There we go. Actually, I do have another plough. It's a small plough, so I could technically make a start on getting this field created or extended. So that's one thing I can do. I'm pretty sure I've got a big enough tractor sat in one of my sheds there. That will take it. If not, actually I could always grab the Dutch fire if needed. I went with it's the 8 or the 9 series. I can't remember what's in the game now. The biggest Dutch fire. I think it's the 8S. There we go. I'll get some mileage on that little bugger. There we go. Yes, I remember deleting quite a few grapes and olives in 22, and it took for hours. It was not fun, that's for sure. There we go. There we are. Oh, what fun it is to delete lots and lots of olives. Yeah, I don't think olives is really used a lot in many of the productions at the minute, so yeah, I got a feeling that what I get off of the island area is going to be more than enough. So Wolfie's Pizzas takes a little bit. Obviously you've got the oil factory. Apart from that, there's not much. Oh, nice little diamond again. I think we had one right at the beginning of the stream, so nice, 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 nice. And I think that was Dead Soul as well, wasn't it? There we go. But yes, the challenge will be beginning as... Is it tomorrow? It's the first, isn't it? It's either tomorrow or Friday. But yeah, this Friday, obviously, a new scoreboard will be set up. And yes, whoever has the most points at the end of next month will be receiving a Steam gift card. There we go. I might do first and second place. I haven't quite decided on the second place yet. There we are. There we go. There we go. But yeah, I kind of want to make it a running thing now, if I can. Give you guys a little competition to achieve each month. I'll say it could be a game, it could be like a DLC or for a game. Could even be just a gift card to get you guys going. There we go. Right, so let's see. There we go. We'll maximize that. And from there, we'll go up, delete this little bit of a road. And now the reason I'm actually adding in the grass, if you guys weren't aware, but when you plough it into the ground, it actually adds a fertilizer state to your field. So it's kind of like a freebie. Oh, a little bit too much. There we go. Let's take that back a bit. No, go back. There we are. So yes, hence why I'm doing it. What is this Pong? Pong? I don't know. What's you on about, Mr. Green Thumb? It must be something over in Canada. uh, there we go. Or is my pond not behaving itself? You bounce back and forth across the screens. Oh, okay. There we go. Am I? Hey, Simon Baker over on YouTube. Yes, I am using the seasons. Yes, I am. I like to punish myself. I've also added a few limitations into my gameplay over the last few weeks. So I was kind of trying to make it semi-realistic, should we say? So obviously the first thing I ended up doing is removing the option. There's another dimple there actually. Removing the ability to tab to other vehicles. Obviously it's still there. I just try not to do it when I can. So I basically force myself to get out. I have to run around, try and find the vehicles I need. If I have to go long distance, I'll try and get into another vehicle and drive to it, that location. The other thing is as well is I'm trying to stay in cab view all the time while I'm playing now. So yes, it's tricky at times. That is for definite, but it just gives a little something to the gameplay itself. Rather than always being out of camera view or third person view, whatever it is. Yeah, because obviously you're not doing that in real life, are you? There we go. But what I'll just do quickly is I'm going to soften this area up just in case. But yeah, obviously precision farming coming out in not so next yeah, next Thursday. So yeah, that's definitely going to be adding in some new limitations as well. So yeah, no more ploughing a lot of the fields and I don't do cultivating at the best of times, so yeah, that's not going to be something I'm going to be missing, that's for sure. There we go. Just want to make sure that that's nice and tidy, which it looks like to me. Yeah, that'll be fine. So, let's see. This guy can now be sold, because I'm not going to need him up here, so we can get that. Show off. Yes, and the 8464. Yes. Nice one there, Mr. Don B here. How you doing, Don, by the way? So, let's see. Vehicles. And, what is that thing called? Oh, actually, I can get rid of that one, because that's up here. I do have some over on the island, so it's nothing to worry about. That one I'm going to be using in just a minute. I've got to try to remember what the heck they're called, though. Right, that. Nope, that's the one over on the island. That's the one right in front of me. That's what I want, so I only saw you. And that mercury, we can sell that one. I have the pruner thing. What's the pruner thing? I can't remember the name of it. Oh yeah, I've got the mulcher over here as well. So that's the TMC. TMC. So I've got, oh yeah, literally over in my grape and olive area, I've got everything over there now that I need. So anything that's left over here, I can now start removing. Alright, so TMC, that's the one right next to me, so we can sell that. And the other thing is that I can never remember the name of these guys. That's a Prophetus, what I want to pronounce it. So that P MNLPP Prophetus. There's one right there, and also got one on the island. Good, cool. I'm actually thinking I might download the double one off of the in-game mod hub of this. Oh, excuse me. It might make life a little bit easier. But I'll see how long it takes just to do a few of those rows. First of all, right, there's that. That should be all them. The only thing I've got down there now is the baler, so let's go grab that bio baler very, very quickly. Mine. Yeah. But mind you saying that, Farmer Mark's got in the pool as well, thinking about it there. Okay, it was only 29.52 on the score, but it wasn't too bad. Yes. Actually, one thing I will say is it is nice being able to drive around in cab view like this. The only time I find it's really tricky is obviously when I'm setting up the lines for ploughing and planting. For the simple fact I can't see where the numbers are on which line I'm on, but I should always remember if it goes to the right it's plus numbers, if it's to the left it's negative numbers, so maybe one of these days I will get it right. I usually have to just temporarily come out of cab view and see which numbers either side of me, because I've got foggies to be honest, half of the time. But I still think if the numbers were a little bit higher up, where you could actually physically see them, it would be a lot better. Because obviously if I activate them, for example, see, if you're in cab view, okay, you can see it there and there, but if you've got a bigger tractor or your view is restricted by a big I can't think of what these big things called, pillar, yeah, it's evil. Really, really is. Obviously, those bigger Massey Fergusons that I'm using have quite a pillar there, and you cannot see those numbers, which is nasty. It really, really is. There we go. Let's get rid of that. But yeah, the bio baler definitely worked very well. I like it. 100,000 litre bales, yes please. The only thing I would like is to see if there's a way of having them unload partial bales as well. That's the only thing I would look into seeing if it can be achieved without having to add in another mod just to allow that. But yeah, this guy can come over here for now. And what I'll do is I'll grab one of the bigger tractors, it's over here, and I can get it onto my little plough that's up there. There it is. So this is my little dumping area for the minute. We'll drop that right there. Let's see. I think you could probably have enough power, but I don't know. What have we got? We've got that, you... I got cedar out, the plough is out. Yeah, this big potato planter was placed in directly here. It was nice and straight. Over the few months that it's only been in here, it sort of literally walked all the way to the side. It's weird, I don't know what's going on with it. I swear it's possessed. Do I not have any more tractors around here? Okay. Oh, that guy right there. He's a semi-big one, that will work fine. And we'll drop you. Ooh, actually, what I'll do. No, I'll do it after he's finished planting. Let's drop this here. And we'll drop that there. We'll drop you there. Now, the other thing is, I don't think I've got a weight spare over here now. Because they're all being used. Let's get this guy right here. Oh. This is my little modded cultivator slash plough that I did. I haven't even put this out, so don't even ask for it. Oh, there we go. But yes, I want a shed, something like these, slightly bigger doors on them, but only the shed. I don't think I've got one, but it's I want a drive-through version. Hey, Mr. Coffee Man, you're back, are you? I'm sure you were here earlier. How you doing, bud? So you've got that, but it's not a drive-through version. See, that's the one I'm using there. It's definitely not that type. I'll have to see what else there is on the mod hub, shed-wise. Nope, not that. See, they've got. See, that's the one I've got right there, but I don't want the bit that's on the end though. There's that has lots and lots of spaces. I'm not even sure what's in there. I'd have to have a look. But lots of little rooms. It could almost be good for like a processing factory or something like that. Yes, I know, Green Thumb. Yes, something like that. Without the bit on the end. Slightly wider doors. I'm not really worried about this, but yeah, one, maybe 5 doors would be quite nice. Also, I'm not really worried about the bay that's on the inside for repairing them, but yeah, that's kind of what I'm after. Obviously, your ones are... Actually, what I was thinking is, like this building here. If this was a little bit longer... 1, 2, 3, maybe another 3 doors, bays onto it. That'd be almost perfect for the combines to go in. Look at that. It's a little bit big. Terrible. Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked, but yeah. I'll keep my eyes out, but yeah. Blender, yeah. I'm not a blender person. I'm just a blender master. Let's see, is that locked on the sun? Yeah. Coming through deers. Well, look at that. 3 deers all in the road. Nice. No good. What's the matter there, Mr. Coffee Man? Hey Billy, thank you so much. That was the map and files I was looking for. Sadly, 2 of them were not able to be downloaded as they keep failing. Oh, which one's that? Out of interest, I'll see if I can get it downloaded and sent over to you. Either I'll see if I can get Mr. Dave to possibly update it. Do I take that a little bit closer? Probably not really want to, do I? See, this is another thing as well. Trying to line this up, it's not too easy. I think that's actually about right. So, let's see. Let's lock that off there. That'll be fine. We'll get you done. We are going to turn that on to create field. The AR pack and the ZZ multi-fruit module standard. Let's see if I can get them to download for me. If I can, I will upload them to my Google Drive and just send them over to you. And I said that was the PB15 V2 pack, was it? Just to make sure. Essentials. Yeah, okay. So the AR pack you said wasn't, so let's click on that. Download 0 bytes. Interesting. My goodness, Mr. Shawnee, you need to get yourself checked out, buddy. Yes, I'm getting exactly the same. Oh, there we go. Hang on. Nope. No, okay. So that one is not working. And you said the ZZZ multi-fruit module. Multi-fruit module, and that's 0 bytes. It may be that, yeah, looking at the size of it, it's 0 bytes on there, megabytes, so yeah, I'm guessing that's not even going to download as well, but yeah, I'd imagine you'd be fine. If not, I'll have to reach out to Mr. Dashnet or any of the other guys who have played the map back then, see if they have a version of it. Yeah, it's not. It's yeah, it's doing the same for me as well now. We won't download those two. Okie dokie. I'm actually going to message Mr. Dave while I'm here to see if he has them on his computer. If not, yeah, I'll see if one of the other SGA guys has it for you. But I don't know if they're necessary. I suppose as they're essentials, yeah, I suppose they're going to need to be needed. Let's see, Mr. Dashnet. Let's see. Do you have any of your FS15 mod packs still on your PC as the AR underscore pack and ZZZ underscore multi MUL multi fruit mod UL underscore standard yeah show 0 bytes file size and won't download and someone is asking for them. Please. There we go. So yeah, there you go. I've just literally sent a message off to Mr. Dashnet to see if he has them. If not, what I'll do is I will put a message out to the SGA guys and see if any of them have it as well. So yeah, yeah, no worries there, Douglas. Not a problem. I am I'm about 99% sure Dave got rid of most of all the old mod packs from his computer when um, the new games came out. But I could probably narrow it down to maybe Big Daddy. He may still have them on his computer or stored somewhere. So hopefully we'll be able to find you those two missing mods at some point soon, hopefully. There we go. Right then, so, but yeah, no worries. I will let you know when I hear back from him. Right, so I think we're going to start it right here. Let's go forward. That'll be fine, I think. That's locked off. See, there you go. This is a prime example of what I was saying a minute ago. So, obviously, where I'm positioned, sat-wise, the number itself is literally behind this little upright part. You cannot physically see it, so it'd be nice if the numbers were maybe brought up a little bit just to show where they are. Now, if I'm right, see, I should be on. Okay, so you see, even there, I'm on -4. So obviously, I need to set that to go really to -5 if I wanted it auto turning. But yeah, right now I'm going to keep going while I'm creating this little outside of the field. So yeah, it's fine. There we go. Oh, that's fine. Let me keep you open to Discord in case if he replies. Pop you there, pop you there, pop that there. I've got too many screens now, it's terrible. That can go there. That's fine, that's fine, that's fine. There we go. Cool, right then. Right. Yes. But yeah, if any guys are do want any of the old PV maps, yeah, just go over to Mr. Dajnet's Trello. Most of them are posted there, if not all of them now. I don't think he actually ever kept his 13 maps, but yeah, they may be up there. I don't know. I'll have to have a look again on his Media Fire. And if they are, I will get them added in. Oh, hello. What have you just stopped for? Um, yeah, I think. Actually, here, this is probably going to be easier. Get it right about there. Yeah, want a little bit of a grassy area. That should be fine. But yeah, this is the hardest part, is when lining things up. This is kind of the only time I tend to now jump out of in-cab view. There we go, that should be fine there. There we go. Oh, let's lock that off. And we will drop you down. And go! Go. There we go. Yes, this is going to be a good sized field, I think. That is for sure. Yeah, obviously he had PV Mods website. That was going back to FS19 into FS22, but obviously the biggest problem was it cost a fortune, and obviously other issues went on there. Obviously, we ended up creating the SGA website, and that was getting up there cost wise to keep that up and running. So that ended up being shut down, and then obviously we went over to the Trello. So the nice thing is with the Trello, it's free. You don't actually need an account to access any of the stuff. Everything over there, SGA wise, is free to download for anybody to use. Obviously, do be careful because most of it is limited to particular maps as well, and particular farming simulator games. So if it says FS22, make sure that you're only using it on an FS22 map. If it states for PvE Canyon Crossing, for example, obviously make sure that it's only being used on that map, and so on and so forth. But yeah, it's definitely been a long road for sure. But yeah, the nice thing actually with one benefit I think that we did have back when we did have obviously the SGA website and the PV Mods website is the support tickets. So if any of you guys had issues, you could obviously go over to the website, put your a ticket in, say I'm having this issue on this map. Um, we could help you guys straight there and get things answered 24/7. There was myself, there was Boomhauer, there was Dave, all, well, more me and Boomhauer to be honest, doing the tickets. And we were getting a lot of people sorted out pretty quickly. Obviously now it's a little bit more tricky because obviously you've got to wait for us to contact you through like Discord or whatever. A lot of the times things don't get spotted straight away, so yeah, so pain. Actually, I noticed was it earlier today somebody had been trying to install the mod folder switcher. They've had issues. They still can't get it seem to work. It's annoying, but yeah. Uh, and I actually had a message from somebody else. Oh heck, I didn't mean to do that. Dang it. There. Yeah, they've been trying to install the mod folder switcher. They've had issues, and yeah, I didn't even notice the comment in Discord till literally what today. It's like crazy. For, for some weird reason, the Discord isn't giving out all of the comments and channels. See that, or mind you saying that it's usually one of those channels I don't go to often. So yeah, it's probably easily over spotted. I should put it that way. But yeah, nobody seems to have commented. I'm going to have to sort this corner out. It's not good. Go. Go, 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 go. Yeah. I'm going to need to just tickle that corner a little bit. But yes. I don't know if they actually ever got it actually installed either. So I'm going to have to put a message out and see if they were able to do it or not. There we go. There's that. Yeah, it keeps coming up saying contact vendor for missing files or something like that. But usually that's something to do with the computer themselves, whether it's an antivirus program blocking the program, or even the download. It's crazy, some of the stuff. You don't know what? It FS25, Billy, not 22. Yes, but PV Canyon Crossing was on FS22, Coffee Man, if that's what you're on about. I was using that as an example. uh, yeah, I'm not even sure Mr. Big Daddy would have them. He might do. I know he was still around, part of the PV group back then. Um, X-Man wouldn't be because he came in I think it was 17. Oh no, you're fine. You're fine. No worries. But yes, so out of curiosity for all you guys, I know you mentioned this the other day. How many guys are actually going to try out precision farming when it's released? Obviously, I've said I will be. If I get early access, then I will be showing it off as well. But yeah, I think the biggest thing is remembering to get in and doing things like the oilseed radish planting to get the subsidy. That is going to be the fun part. Remember to do that before planting the actual crop. That one. Obviously, PJ is, Dead Soul is. So yeah, that's a couple. That's a good start anyway. That is definitely a good one. I don't think, personally, there's a couple of people out there I think will definitely pass on it because it's not their kind of play style, should we say? I'm not going to name names. I'm not going to be nasty or nothing, but yeah. Alright, let's go there. Yeah, that should be fine actually. That's not a bad lineup. Oop. I'm a little bit back heavy because I haven't got my weight on. But yeah, I think that should be fine there. Go with that. Nope, I haven't quite got that corner yet. Is that better? Yeah, there we go. Come on, dude, you can do it. Come on, Tractor, you're not that bad. There we go. But yes, I'm definitely going to be running it. Also, 'cause obviously, one of the things I don't think they actually mentioned is when you go to sell products, do you get the um, extra amount as well for that? I missed that part. Either that or they didn't cover it, so that's one thing as well. Obviously, you get your subsidy, but do you get your other cost when you sell pallets and such? I might have missed it and might have to go back through and re-watch some of the stream. Me no likely PF. Okay, Fire Marks. Actually, you're not one. Actually, I was kind of thinking you might do it, but yeah. But yeah, PJ's going to try and work. Actually, PJ, did you actually use it before? Like in 22? Because it's definitely a. I'd almost say game changer because the way it makes you change your play style. So I used it a little bit on and off in 19 when it first came out. But yeah, used it 99% of 22. So yeah, it takes some time to get used to it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I know. You're telling me. I still struggle at times in 22 to get that score, the field score, up to the 100%. I was usually averaging, I think it was what, 98 tops, I think it was. But it's usually one little thing was missed, like mulching the field before planting and something silly like that. If only I'd mulched the field, I would have been fine, type thing. But yeah, ploughing is obviously one of the big things that you get a negative hit on. It's crazy, but yeah. Direct seeding is the way to go, according to precision farming. So yeah. We shall see. We shall see. But yeah, definitely like the look of I think it was pulse spraying, I think it was called. That was very cool. It was literally going right across the sprayer boom arm itself. And yeah, I like that. That I really did like. Right, let me get this tidied up a bit. Pulse with modulation, that's it, yeah. Yes, that I like the look of. And obviously that's something a little bit new for 25. Let's bring that across a fraction. Yeah, that should be fine there. I may have to go and get a weight on the front of this thing because it's struggling a bit. We'll see. See, it's fine when the plough's down, but when it's up, it's a little bit light there. Oh heck, I can't see where the field bit is. Let's guesstimate it around about here. It's a nice thing having the landscape tool. I can go through and just tidy up those edges and corners and stuff where it's gone over a little bit. There we go. Lock you off. Yes, got a few things I think I'm going to have to try and remember names of. Otherwise it's going to be a right nightmare. Alright, so yeah, I did go a little bit too far over there, so let's tidy this edge up a fraction. And there we go, that's good. See, that's what it was. So that little bit that was right there was throwing me off originally. Nope, I need to come there. There we go. That is good. I like straight, so there we are. There we are. There we are. And they've also I don't know if you guys read it. Obviously, over on the blogs as well. They for any, I think it's like content creators and modders and stuff. There's a cultivator thing group that they've created for the game. It's kind of weird. Don't fully understand it, but okay. They mentioned it during the stream as well. There we go. Actually, I should really sit down and read some of these blogs. So yeah, I found a link to Dave's Media Fire. They're no longer working. Yeah, obviously I've got the ability to log into his Media Fire. So unless he's gone in and removed things, I don't know. I haven't heard back from him yet. Trello, Dashnet. But yeah, the only proper links you should be using is the ones that's on Dave's Trello now. If there is any others out there, then I wouldn't recommend using them. There we go. They're giving the same issues? Yeah, okay. Yeah, yeah, if I hear from him, yeah, like I said, I will send you the links. If not, I will ask around the SGA guys who have been here for a while, like Big Daddy, for example, to see if he still has them on his computer. So, yeah. It's just a waiting game. I'm guessing he must be kind of busy in Discord, probably playing one of his games at the minute. Maybe Planet Crafter or something. I can see him in there with Don B here, you see. And, yeah, they're yakking away and stuff. They're terrible. They really are. See, if Don was any kind of person and he was listening, he might even mention it to Dave. To say, check Discord. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. Oh, grapes, oh, grapes, oh, grapes, oh, grapes. Hey, Bon, how you doing? There we go. Take that forward a wee bit, drop that down, and go. The enhanced loan mod. It only allows me to pay a maximum of 11000 redemption. Does same go for you? To be honest, I haven't actually used it yet. But let's have a little look, shall we? I was actually able to pay off the 500,000 all in one hit the other day that I had on here. But let's have a look. So we'll go into here. See, I've got no loans. It's great. Let's see. Take a loan. How much do I want? Let's go with 5. Let's see if I can do 5 million. 5, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And I want to go with the maximum months. I have no idea what the maximum months is, but we'll go with 50 or 20 then. Typical. Take that loan. There we go. So, if we were to click on there, special redemption, 5, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, make special payment, and okay, so it allowed me to do at least a 5 million one there. And let's see, let's try 10 million. 10, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and we'll set that to the maximum. There we go. Take the loan. And click on the top one, special redemption, which is also a special payment. 10, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So that's 10 million. Yeah, so it's well, it's just allowed me to do a 5 million and a 10 million payment. So yeah. Obviously, yeah, make sure that you're clicking on this top one, not this bottom one. I did notice if you have the bottom one selected, it won't do it for some reason. So kind of crazy, but yeah, let's go back in here. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Set that to 20 because that's the maximum you can do. Yeah, so yeah, obviously if you got this one highlighted, obviously you don't get the option down here to do a special redemption. But yeah, if you click on the top one though, it should allow you to come into here. Obviously, make sure that you do have enough to cover that amount as well. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. But yeah, definitely works for me. So yeah, maybe just I don't know. Has it had an update at all since it's been released? I can't think so. But yeah. But yes. Yeah, slightly different to how it was in 22. It took me a moment to realise that I had to go to that upper number rather than the bottom one to try and pay the loan off. But yeah, it is definitely a mod. If you haven't got it, guys, go onto the in-game mod hub, look for the enhanced loan mod. That's basically what I was just showing off, and it allows you to take a better loan amount out, shall we say? And rather than having to spam the space bar or the delete bar to pay it back and stuff like that, yeah, it allows you to just literally type in how much you want. It gives you the option of up to 20 months paying it back, and literally if you're running multiple day seasons, so if you're say doing 5-day seasons, you won't get charged till the end of that month. So and it literally takes one payment out each and every month. Obviously with me doing 1 days at the minute per month, obviously I'm still being charged basically on a daily basis. But yeah, as long as you got the money in there, you should be good. One thing it does take into account is fields you own, equipment that you own, stuff like that. It's literally almost like a real life loan, to be honest. So there's that line. That should be enough to turn around actually. But yeah, I definitely like it. Makes the loan a lot more enjoyable. There we go. Let's turn that round. And let's nudge you across to there. Lock that off. And drop that down and go. Yeah, maybe try and uninstall and reinstalling it will help. That might work. There we are. Or maybe have a look at what other mods you have that are similar. That could be it as well, because obviously I did remove. I don't tend to download every single mod, so there may be another mod in there that does a similar thing. But yes, it is great fun. It really is. Die 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 dum. But anyway, guys, I think for the minute I'm just gonna be going up and down, up and down, up and down. I'm gonna call it there for today. Obviously, it is my time to jump off, unfortunately. But yeah, make sure to go over to T Miller's Trello. Obviously, grab his pie factory. Oh, that was good going, wasn't it? Let me just nudge this over a little bit first. Yeah, and yeah, enjoy it. He's definitely getting there as a modder. Some of the stuff that he's putting out is kind of cool. There we go. And Ways Gaming in 11, I think that's how you pronounce your name. Welcome in, thank you very much for the follow. And yeah, I am literally about to jump off myself. There we go. I'm going to keep an eye on this so I don't overshoot the end of that field actually. Oh, that's the point. If I was to do that, I think it is. I think it's the little round count thing. Stops it when it gets to the end. But yes, no worries, bud, no worries. Right then, let's get over to the ending screen. And I need to find out who is out there in the world of Twitch. And let's load you up. But yeah, so what I'm just going to do for the minute is, alright, you guys over on YouTube, thanks for tuning in, much appreciated. Thank you for your comments over there. But yeah, definitely go over to T Miller's Trello, grab his Pie Factory, and he's got some other good mods over there. So for you guys over on YouTube, thanks for tuning in. I'll say I will be back on Friday. I'll see you then. And